Hi, we are in Idaho, in the western side of the Rocky Mountains. So today we are going to try to do some ATS driving. I don't do ATS that much, only some 1500 hours. But we'll see. What's nice here in this part of Idaho is that it's not like the rest of the ATS with mostly the desert areas. As you can see, it looks quite a lot like in northern part of Europe. Well, we are supposed to turn left here.
Turn left.
Craft. As you know, the American trucks are a bit longer than the European ones, so handling and backing up with trailer is a bit different. But we see how it goes. Let's see, it should go over there. Somewhere. Oh, shit. Should have gone the other way. Well, we'll see if we are able to do it. We should. Well, to be able to straighten up the trailer a bit more. Have to be careful with that building to the left. That we are almost there? No. That was not a good backing. Try it again. Like this. That should be better. Then we straighten up the trailer. And then the truck. So, ready to get some load.
Time to hit the road.
As I said, we are in the Rocky Mountain area. We are not, of course, not on the top of the mountain, but it's, I suppose we are going to meet some mountainous areas on the way. The truck I'm driving is, let's have a look. Walmart is Freightliner Cascadia, and we have a 600 horsepower engine, and I use Eaton Fuller Super 13 retarder. It's a 13 speed or gear transmission box. Let's continue. take it.
Go straight.
Let's have a look at the map. So say we are in Salmon. This approximately here is the Rocky Mountains, and we are going down to Ketchum. The drive should be some 4 hours. Game time means some 14-15 minutes real time.
Turn left.
What's very important in the US is that you do a real full stop. If not, you will be fined right away by the police officer. Salmon River. Probably there are no salmon fish here.
Stay right and then continue straight.
Wow, big bear.
Go straight.
Eating salmon, so maybe it was some salmon in the river.
Stay right and then turn right.
What's
Turn
also a bit different in US is that you are allowed to turn right on red if you do a full stop first. So say we're going on red, but still no fine. In some crossings there are a sign saying no right on red, and then of course you are not allowed to do it. But normally you are allowed. Then you have the normal rules.
Stay right.
You have to yield, of course.
Go straight.
Speeding a bit. Well, as you can see on the GPS, the truck speed here is 65. I don't think that I want to try that. Maybe 55. So narrow, or rather narrow road, and it's curvy. Here, that's the small 35 that was on that sign. That's the recommended speed. You can see the speed limit is still 65, even though they recommend only 35. That's understandable, even though we are going a bit faster, but not so much. Recommendation is 25. You have to wait, my friend. Please.
Go straight.
Yes. Let's try 55. We are on Idaho Road 93. If the road number sign has been blue, then has been an interstate, meaning of course that it passes through several states. The white ones are within one state. So, wow, nice small community. Some very special mountains here. Oh, queuing up. Well, we just have to follow. The surrounding is quite nice. The main reason that I'm not doing the ATS so much is that I dislike all the highways or close to highways in the desert areas. It's fun for an hour maybe, but only from time to time. But here in Idaho, it's, at least in this part of Idaho, it's quite nice.
Stay right, and then continue straight. Go straight.
The behavior of the artificial cars is they're driving so digital. So I saw that strange maneuver when I was going to turn left.
Turn
Well, no, we're not going to the parking lot.
Okay, let's find a new route.
Yes, this is the road.
Turn right.
Saw that from the numbering. In US, you have to know the road numbers that you are going, because there are very seldom a sign saying Reno or San Francisco or something like that. Mainly it says road numbers. An exit number if you are on the highway or one of the interstates. Rest area. Well, seems that yes, to the left here is the foot of the Rocky Mountains. Well, we keep some distance because, as I said, the artificial drivers, they do the driving so digitally. They all of a sudden the brakes or almost stop. if you are not prepared, well, you get fined for collision. I think this is the nicest area in the ATS that I have been. But as I said, I haven't done so much. If you look at the map, 67% is explored. In ETS is 90, almost 96. And in ETS I use the promo map. I haven't installed that in ATS yet. Maybe I shall do it, because that's covered a part of Canada close to the state of Washington. Snowy mountains. Let's have a look. We are southbound, so it means that and it's almost the middle of the day. The sun should be close to south, so the snow-covered mountains that we see to the right here, that's the Cascade mountain chain. It goes from Alaska all the way down to California. Some 1100-1200 kilometer long. Sun Valley, that was a nice name. It's not so populated here, almost like Finland or Norway or Sweden. Going uphill now. Oh, wow. Wow. That must be a truck with a rather small engine. And this engine that I'm using now is 600 horsepower, as you saw. But in the US they are using a lot of trucks with engine of 400, 450 up to 500 horsepower, which and as you see, the trailers are longer than it is in Europe, and the truck is longer. It's not so heavy because I use a lot of aluminum, but still it means that going uphill they are quite slow. That I noticed myself when I've been driving in the US, especially on the west coast, where there are some hilly areas or even some mountain areas. Between California and Nevada, for instance, you have the Sierra Nevada, and you need some power to get over the mountains. Same here in Rocky Mountains, of course. So speed limit 45. No change that we are going to violate that rule. But we have to keep in line. This truck is too slow to try to pass any other trucks. And it's too curvy. The viewpoint is in the other direction, so I don't want to switch over there. Because it could be difficult to get back on this side of the road again. And as you see, it's a double yellow line, meaning that you're not allowed to cross. So we follow the rules. As usual. This was very nice. As you can see, there are some forest here, but on the western side of the Cascade Mountains, and you have some real forest, because it's like the west coast of Norway or UK or Ireland. All the mist from the ocean means that they have some more rains, and with that you have some more trees and more vegetation. This is not halfway dry. Not as bad as in the forest, in the desert areas like Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico. I've had some comments that I'm driving too slow. The rationale for that is that, as I'm stated in the description field, I try to drive in a way that the real truckies are doing, meaning that I have to keep the cost as low as possible. And fine is a cost, damages, it's a lot of costs, and being rough on the throttle pedal means higher fuel consumption and then increased cost. So I try to follow the speed limits. Must admit that on the highway, I typically here in the US I add some 5 miles. Oh, almost there. So see, we are going to turn left. Only 12 minutes to go. Sorry about that, I need something to drink. Here we go.
Turn left.
Wow. Police again. Let's see. The police car looked like. Oh, go on.
Go straight.
Oh. We are in the outskirts of this small town here.
Get ready to turn right.
Yes, sir. Turning right.
Turn right.
Well, not in there. It's a pedestrians area. Even some pedestrians here.
Get ready to turn left.
Oh,
Turn left.
this is a special American cross. Here you can see it says full stop and four-way. That means that first in should be the first out. And we were first in, so we are allowed to drive first through the crossing. That's a very special American rule.
Go straight.
You can see it also here, four-way stop. Now we are number 3, that's number 1, number 2, and we are number 3.
It was
And
a nice ride.
it works, that's the best, that's the strange thing, it works real well. But for Europeans who see it for the first time, you can wonder a bit about what's the four-way. Oh, we're going to back in close to that wall. Oh. Well, I think we have to take it in steps. If not, we will have problems with the obstacle to the right here. Getting closer. Possible to get a bit forward there. Yep, we made it. Back in very close. But not too close, of course. There we are. We stop it, we unload, and then we say goodbye for now. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and that you will come back to my channel later on. Have a nice evening. Goodbye.